In the Heart of the Word. Reflections by Father Joseph Mary, SCTJM, on the daily readings from the Holy Mass, Saturday of the third week of Lent. We dare to say.
God bless you, dear family. Today in the Heart of the Word, Jesus gives us the parable of the two men in the temple, the Pharisee and the tax collector. Jesus says the Pharisee took up his position in the temple and began to pray to himself, "O God, I thank you that I am not like the rest of humanity, greedy, dishonest, adulterous, or even like this tax collector over there. I fast twice a week and I pay tithes on my whole income." Meanwhile, the tax collector stood off at a distance and would not even raise his eyes to heaven, but beat his chest and prayed, "O God, be merciful to me, a sinner." Of the two, Jesus says, the tax collector went home reconciled with God. The Pharisee, for all his good works and prayers and actions, ultimately did not pray to God. He prayed to himself. He was the God of his own life. The tax collector, on the other hand, who had been immersed in a sinful and even scandalous way of life, desired to be reconciled with the Lord, and he knew he could claim nothing before God. He could only beg for mercy. He prayed to God with a humble and contrite heart, and he prayed from the heart, and therefore he really prayed. He really spoke to God. He humbled himself, and for that, Jesus says, God exalted him. My brothers and sisters, Lent is a sacred time to learn to pray again, and to learn to pray from the heart for what is truly important. To remember that we are daring to speak to God, God who is infinitely humble and all-loving. He even comes to wash our feet, but he is still God, infinite in majesty, power, and justice. What is our disposition when we pray? Do we exalt our own things? Do we look down on others? Are we stuck in our own thoughts, praying to ourselves? Or do we gaze upon the cross and consider how Christ has prayed for us? And do we humble ourselves and ask for his mercy? Let us listen to these words of Mother Adela. We are called to contemplate the one who is pierced, not to contemplate ourselves. And for that reason we pray, "O God, be merciful to me, a sinner." All for the heart of Jesus, through the heart of Mary.